Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a donation league. One of my fans has asked me to look at a deck, improve it to my taste and then play a league with it. So this will be the introduction about the deck and the changes. If you want to skip to matches, we've got timestamps as usual, so feel free to skip wherever you want. Now, I've been asked to play a donation league with a 80 card Yorion blue-eye mid-range deck. And that would be the base I would be building off of, so Currywurst 5-0. So I looked at the deck and I thought what I can possibly improve, what I personally would do differently. So I began by looking at the main deck. I looked at the mana base, looked fine, just glanced, one Sanctuary, split off the blue fetches because you want to, like, Delta finds Sanctuary, but Vista finds Plains. So there is a split there, fine. Yorion, fine. Omen of the Sea, yeah, okay. Relic of Progenitus, oh, that's a no-no from me. I really dislike these types of low impact, weird 2-offs, or 1-offs for the matter. 2 Relic would be way more impactful than a 60 card deck, which it isn't. So it doesn't benefit in any way from the game plan of the deck, which is blink and bounce, and it doesn't benefit from Yorion itself, so that's a no-no from me compared to Omen of the Sea, for example. Then spells, for Path, for Fawn, for Verdict. Fair enough, I like that. For Teferi, oh absolutely, there has to be 4. Now, the creature base, Wall of Omens. Okay, Wall of Brazen Borrower, nope. There is no way I play Brazen Borrower. I get its bounce utility, but like, in a format where we play against 1 mana Death Shadows and Swift Spears and, you know, mana dogs, or enter the battlefield creatures like Uro, I'm not interested in the Borrower. And also it doesn't block on the back half, basically, so I really dislike it in these types of shells. Way more in like a blue-red lightning bolt type of shell. 4 things, while I acknowledge that it's not 2012, I get like that it supports the deck's play to the board orientedness. So let's leave it here. Skyclave Apparition, which is probably the biggest addition to the archetype. 3 Clique, I even thought about playing 4, but Flash, check. Evasion, check. Power to turn the corner, check. Blue to pitch to Fawn, check. It has utility when it's blinked or replayed, check. And also the utility, which is the Forces effect, really helps to interact against non-creature decks. Because at this point we've got no Clique to look at their hand, Apparition takes some kind of non-creature weird permanent, you know, Force of Negation main deck, so I like that. For Resto, obviously, Restoration Angel, love you. Venser, Shaper, Savant, I don't know the number, maybe it should be 4, maybe 3-2, probably something between 2 and 4. So let's stick with 3 and see what happens. And 2 Yorion main deck to really use up the utility there. So as you can see, to summarize, I dislike the Brazen and I dislike the Relic. Now to sideboard, I can see 2 Relic to complement the full set, for Gust, for Blessed Alliance. Oh, please, let's not play Blessed Alliance. Oh, just let's don't. Mindcensor Clique to make a full 4 and Lyra Dawnbringer. I think the biggest changes are in the sideboard, actually. So now let's look at the deck. So what I changed is to Oust as the interaction piece instead of to Relic. So I switched to Relic for Oust, to maintaining the mana costs, and Oust adds a bit more interaction. Very often, like, you know, 4 path is not enough in a normal deck, so to Oust, making it a bit spread among 80. Also, I've added to Jace the Mind Sculptor, because me being me, and that just... So one thing is that it's very nicely blinked with the... I mean nicely, let's say nicely blinked. But the biggest point here, because actually only Resto blinks creatures here, so Venser doesn't, so Jace doesn't get blinked. Jace gives you the avenue of winning against Heliod combo. So you win through infinite life, which this deck otherwise didn't do. That's 1. And 2, it provides you with a really good complementary non-creature threat to Teferi time Raveler. okay? Because otherwise we don't want to just be dying to path and push. So I put Jace here, so we can Brazen and Relic for Oust and Jace. We'll see if Jace is not too hard on mana, I mean like too expensive on mana. We'll see about that. And the sideboard, I made it way more streamlined. 4 Gust for all the green creature decks, red creature decks, and Titan decks. 4 Relic instead of spread, just 4 in the sideboard for whenever I actually need it, which is probably Uro decks and just graveyard basics like Upsol spells. 3 Mindcensor, again, focused against Titan decks, against Search Your Library type of decks, against Ramp decks. Against other control decks, because we actually need to put some pressure on them. So while we're cutting a lot, Verdict's useless, Finks useless, Wall is useless, Oust useless. So then it gives you us these evasive threat, which blinks all their fetches, which they play like 13 or 15 of them. Puts pressure, blanks like Hour of Promise and stuff. And 3 Dispute again for the control matchup, because I really want to make that a winnable matchup. Because control decks might be difficult due to their card advantage, so Dispute really nicely trading, and I really want to push through a Teferi, and which is otherwise very difficult to do because I don't have any on-stack interaction. So a Dispute to complement, for example, Teferi. So that's where I would begin, and we'll see if there are any changes after the league. Now, again, thank you very much for the deck tech, thank you very much for sticking if you stuck with me. And now let's get to match 1 of the Donation League. Okay, match 1, let's begin. We're on the play. We're showing our companion, which is Yorion. We have high good luck our opponent. We cannot possibly keep this hand modern, right? Can we? It's just way too slow. It doesn't do anything until turn 2. Or is it? So now, basically my question is, didn't we kind of sign up for these 3-drop heavy hands with this deck? Because what else am I looking for in my hand? If it's Omen of the Sea, that's basically like doing nothing because I'm still not adding to the board. So I'm actually curious if that's not a hand which you should keep. So experimentally, let's. On the play, on the draw that I wouldn't think about it, but I do want to experimentally do it on the play. Because, but again, I'm actually thinking whether that's not something you are supposed to do due to the nature of the deck and how mana hungry it is. So let's play fetch land, tapped land, pass. That's a good draw. Unfortunately, it's a 3-drop, so that's immediately something I'm trying to think about. Maybe we shouldn't play so many 3-drops. We could consider Watcher for tomorrow as a 2-drop, which is not the best 2-drop, admittedly, but it is a 2-drop. I would want my opponent to kind of, tap out or overextend so I can cleanly play a Teferi, which I will. So my opponent's probably playing Storm, maybe? Or some kind of Phoenix, Arclight Phoenix brew. So I think I'm just going to play a Teferian plus and then see what happens. I want to plus on Teferi because... Ooh, this deck. Oh, they are literally dead to a Teferi then. As foretold deck. Just doesn't do anything with the Teferi on the battlefield. Okay, I'll play a land and pass, and if they play Electro Dominance, I can respond with a click. And take out whatever they want to dominance into the play. I will click anyway. Finale of Promise. I mean, can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Yeah, so the Teferi is like really good against them, right? It stops Finale, it stops Dominance, it stops... it doesn't stop as foretold. But I count them winning through a Teferi, so unfortunate that they had fought. But it makes sense as well, because if you know that's what you're losing to, you want to gear towards it. So now, we're going to end step click them. We could also click ourselves, but I think they're so synergistic that if we poke a hole in their game plan, it's going to be much better. Now, they've got double dominance anyway, so I think I'll take Restore Balance. I mean, do I? Because we've got as many lands, we've got together the same number of lands. Actually, I can't go take dominance, blink take dominance because of the bolt. But I think Restore Balance might not be as good as, because they will be discarding. So actually I will take the Footfalls. I think. Take the Footfalls, that's a good draw. Now this is untapped. So I could play Wall of Omens and then follow it up with a Fawn. And I think I might. Because a Fawn could be really good. That's not the best draw, but let's see if we can pressure them. That's why I really like the Clique, the Resto, potentially Watcher for tomorrow, to just put pressure on my opponent. Now, if they bolt, that's fine. I can't really do anything about it because the Fawn is going to be much better at protecting me. Now I've got a pitch card, so that's important. Now I know three of their 5. They suspend Greater Gargadon. That's way worse. So this Fawn will be really important. Now, I cannot play both Finks and hold up Resto. However, I can play Finks take Yorion. I am holding up Fawn anyway, so I think I just might. Let's fetch first, so they don't get priority to play Restore Balance. So I will take, I think, another Plains here. What am I doing? No, that was rubbish. No. I mean, I can't hold up Fawn and take Yorion. What was I thinking? I'm dumb. So obviously we cannot possibly take it because they will just balance in response. We have to hold up Fawn. That was ridiculous. I mean, like, maybe not even the decision itself, because I would have played it the same, but the fact that I hadn't thought about it is important here. I should have thought about it. Apparition doesn't change much, so I think I will now play and pass and hold up Resto. I don't care about this single Gargadon, so now I will play Resto to add to the battlefield, obviously blinking Wall of Omens, kind of hoping they go for the dominance. Will Fawn the balance, not the Electro Dominance. Now obviously one of the best draws would be the second Fawn. For the matchup, by the way, we would have War. Aether Gust and Disputes are pretty good. Electro Dominance, targeting themselves, resolves, unfortunately. Wink wink. Ancestral, no problem. Oh, and they will respond again. With another balance, resolves. Now they're tapping out completely. Now they have to hold up exactly, they have to get rid of their whole battlefield now. Or at least some part of it. Which is so risky, isn't it? It's just so risky, but yeah, we're fawning with the balance, obviously. And let's not auto-yield to the Gargadon. Now they timed it pretty well because they will still get the land of Scalding Tarn, so they have timed it pretty well. Very nice trick on my opponent's part. They absolutely know what they're doing. Now Gargadon is still far off, so Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Yes. Yes. Okay, at least that's not a balance. It doesn't take tokens, right? I get non-land, non-token. So I will attack with Resto. And now they're quite close to dying, honestly. I will take Yorion. I can just slam Apparition as a 2/2 creature, which is quite embarrassing. and hold up Path to Exile. And let's see if we can clog them out of the game. This one fawn was very much key to the whole plan. They're attacking, so I assume we're getting... I could double block here, but no. I assume we're getting balanced. Yeah, go to attacks. I don't think we've got an option, to be honest. Bolt resolves. Trigger. Attack for 5, which is not quite lethal. By not quite, I mean it's literally not lethal. So now let's play Yorion. Trigger resolves, and let's blink Finks, Resto, Wall, and untap Skyclave. Nice. Now, potentially, okay, so this is what I'm considering. I really like sliding the cards I think might be. So like, I'm not thinking about the whole 15, but just kind of narrows it down, you know? And I know I don't want Path. I know I don't want Oust. I'm very skeptical of Path to Exile, but they've got the Footfalls. I can clave the As Foretold. So I'm certainly disliking D6. I'm probably cutting Wall of Omens, because it doesn't block or attack. So question is, maybe I don't even want Mindcensor, but I think I do, because I just need to kill them, you know? So I'll just go with like that. And I will flash this flash game. You know, again, Sensor is more like flash threat, which, oh, by the way, has some kind of utility, you know? A Brilliant Hand, again, they're scooping to a Teferi. Unfortunate to have got the path here. I will start with Sanctuary, because if I don't, I'm risking it entering it tapped, because island, and then I don't have a third one, and then the rest is untapped. So playing this tapped ensures that everything else enters untapped. Now they're passing again, they're passing again. Now they're missing their land drop, which is weird because they're really cantrip dense, right? With the opts and whatnot. We'll take the fawn. Absolutely, we'll take the fawn. Now the real question is, do we slam Teferi? And I feel uncomfortable slamming Teferi without fawn backup for the following turn. So I think... Haha. I think I'll just pass an Omen end step, you know? And potentially find a dispute, which would be the best thing. Now I wish I had a Mindcensor, naturally. Okay, so let's see what they do. They miss their land drop, they're missing again, so we're just cracking this and then making them clean up. No, I don't want to land, Now we will allow them to clean up. Let's see what route they take with the cleanup. They might clean up like Footfalls maybe or something. The Yorion, that is. It's a Yorion. I think... I will play Kitchen Finks. That's tough. That's a tough call. Because what else have they got in hand? All the setup? They must have a counterspell, right? And so I think I'd rather play Finks, and then if they blink at any point, like for example they untap, they play As Foretold, I can fawn it, untap and play Teferi, right? So I can pick the fight on their turn because they think the coast is clear. They're going to balance now. That's fine. I would have to keep passing with fawn. They're going to balance in response. So me fetching doesn't achieve anything, does it? So restore balance. Choose 2 lands you control and sacrifice the rest. I will keep these 2 lands. I will sacrifice all the creatures, that's fine. Choose 5 cards in your hand to discard the rest. I will keep land, Teferi, Fawn, Pitch, and a Skyclave. And pass. So it wasn't that bad, I reckon. Now they will slam, they won't slam. Now the question is whether we slam. And I think now we do. Because so now the cost is that we could keep holding up Fawn, I guess. I'll slam. Yeah, I'll slam. I'll slam here. They pierce it, sure. Pass. Now they might go for something like as foretold. So that's weird. So maybe they've got a very reactive hand or something. So now I will attack. I will play the second Kitchen Finks, which is actually pretty good against Restore Balance, right? Because it literally comes back. So they actually don't get rid of a threat. So that's neat. Now, am I fetching for a tapped land? I think I am. I mean, there is marginal utility with Jace, so I guess I don't have to. So actually, I might not fetch. But yeah, very interesting game right off the bat, I have to say. Opponent's deck, very interesting. A lot of angles of attack. It can play instant speed, sorcery speed, but my biggest problem with the deck is that it's very reliant on its interactions, you know. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. So now the question is if I take Yorion into hand or just hold up Fawn. And I think I'd rather just hold up Fawn because the Yorion into hand doesn't change much. Like, I'm not going to play, like, I'm probably going to attack and just play this one. I mean, I guess if I take Yorion this turn, the next turn I can tap out for this Yorion and hold up this Fawn. Now let's count. 5 down to 9. So basically they're dead to a land with a Colonnade, which means that if I draw a land, I'm not going to play a Yorion anyway. Now the question is whether I want to bank on me drawing a land or not. But then again, I think it's better to never have shields down, but then if I want to never have shields down, I cannot tap out for an attack of a Colonnade. So let's see let's see first how the attack goes, and then we will correct the thinking based on that. But on the other hand, they seem not to have anything, so holding up Fawn might be just wasted mana. Honestly. So I think I've convinced myself. I will take this. Because there is nothing they can really play to punish me, I think. Because they seem not to have anything. I think if they had, like, Footfalls Ancestral, they would have cast it already. And I'm not afraid of a dominance. So okay, so we're not jamming Colonnade because we physically cannot. Let's attack them down. Let's see how the attack goes. Okay, they're down to 4. So I think I want to add a lethal threat. And then we keep holding up Fawn for their turn. And if we top deck a land, it's lethal with the Colonnade. Let's double blink. And let's go to end step. Because again, yeah, I think that's the best line. Double trigger. Yeah, and now I've got the Fawn. So I don't see them coming back. Because if they play as foretold, I'm just letting it resolve. Because I am. And I will counter the thing that they play off of it. Finale of Promise. So naturally I have to counter that. Pitching another Yorion, I guess. Maybe not. Let's pitch Omen of the Sea and just see what happens. I can show game log. No, that's curious what happens now. Because we either win or we're quite far, or we win actually, because things come back and it's still 4 power. So they dispute that. I cannot possibly pay. So now they've set this up and I keep double things, right? So I will keep 4 lands and things come back, as I've said, which will present lethal. Unless they play another Restore Balance of this Electrodominance, which would be a 3rd Restore Balance. Or they play Footfalls. Okay. Okay. So I don't have any attacks. That's annoying. Really? Okay. The game continues then. I really wish I had drawn a land, but that's fine. So we'll just keep adding to the battlefield. Actually, blinking things has a lot of utility because not only are they never winning, we're resetting them in case they actually do have the 3rd Restore Balance. Oh, interesting game. Very interesting game. No attacks, pass. Now we still haven't drawn any disputes or gusts. A gust would be even a removal spell here, so that would be very nice. A land is very nice. I could attack with everything and just push through damage, but I don't think I have to. Let's just do that, and then the following turn, again, we've got... And Kitchen Finks, lol. I know it's not... Actually recording a donation league. This match will be up on YouTube. Okay. I mean, I assume they don't know me, which is perfectly fine, obviously. I'm not that known. So, okay, coming back to the game, now I can attack with everything and they're dead to just the Yorion. Also, if they block double things, 1 things will get through, which will get them down to 1, which means they come back and I have another attack, which is lethal. So just pushing through that, and I can top deck a land, which makes Colonnade lethal, and Yorion. So they need to get rid of Yorion. I cannot possibly draw a land, and they need to stop the battlefield because they're dead just in 2 attacks just off of things. So, yeah. Okay, so we are obviously taking the damage, and now we're attacking. So now even if they play Electrobalance, we've got Clique to do something about it. Sweet, sweet, very nice. Check out IslandsInFront channel by Nokia Stocks. Nice. Okay, so that concludes match 1, and see you another match. Welcome to match 2. We're 1-0 in the donation league. And obviously, if you also want to get your league featured, your deck featured with the deck tech, with the breakdown, let me know. We're absolutely snipping this hand because we cannot mulligan it. It has a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Obviously, the mana doesn't cooperate well, but I assume it's an aggro deck with Lurrus, so Wall has that much more utility. Okay, it's Hammer. Hammer time. Let's see how the game plays out. And obviously, if you want to play any deck you want, use the code IslandsInFront at Mana Traders to get a discount. Okay, so that's all the product placement. For now, let's take a land, let's untap. So now it's a real question whether I want to play Wall or Colonnade. So as is, Wall doesn't even block really. So I think I'd rather get Colonnade going and just clave the Hammer. But this hand is... Oh, we can actually also Field of Ruin the Inkmoth. Okay, so now there's Stone Forging for the Hammer. So if that's the case, I think my next turn will basically be Field of Ruining the Inkmoth. Now that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice one. So I'll just pass. And I will field here and then untap and verdict them. And hope that's enough. So just now that we're waiting, let's look at this beautiful land. Better Island for the win. So now they will just pass. Oh, they will attack for 1. Sure, that's fine. So let's do that. I do not think they can stop it. So now we will find the basic planes. Now we will play Island. Let's not show them we've got another Field of Ruin. And let's play Supreme Verdict in 2021, shall we? My opponent is certainly displeased. Let's use that word. Now they play Memnite. They've got the Hammer. They haven't taken Lurrus into hand yet. But they might now. Please do, so it's easier to track. Thanks. Okay, so now that's their hand. So I think Apparition has to wait for Lurrus, so that's not an Apparition turn. So let's play Wall first and then see if we hold up Omen or take Yorion. Oh, whoa. So I think actually I'll play Teferi and up. And the idea is that I will block whatever they're attacking with. And I can clave the Lurrus and then bounce whatever else. And hold up field so that they don't know I have field. Let's keep this tab open so I remember, because I'm really not used to playing a companion. But the deck's running really smooth, surprisingly. I mean, it surprises me. Now they'll play one of the Hammers. They will equip Memnite, which I will obviously chump. Yeah, so we're chumping. So now actually I can Apparition. Yeah, so let's bounce here. Oh. Yeah, let's play Jace, the Mind Sculptor. And bounce the other creature, so now they have no hasty threats. I pass, I still have got Omen, and then I've got Apparition, eat, resto, blink, eat, bounce, up. So that's a really good position, I think. Now they're playing Lurrus, which is fine. Now they can play a 0, which is an average use of a Lurrus, as far as I'm concerned. Memnite from hand. So I know they've got Colossus Hammer in hand. Now let's Omen of the Sea. I don't want either. Path is great. So let's uptick here. Now I can Apparition, take Lurrus. Now I can play field, hold up resto. I can still bounce one of them and just keep the battlefield clean, because and actually it matters because I keep adding to the battlefield. So now they will play another hammer. They need to play it pre-combat. Okay, that's fine. Another hammer, that's fine. And they go to attacks. I could even chump, which I absolutely will, because I will go chump. It doesn't have evasion, and then I will resto blink it, which adds a creature to the battlefield and allows me to eat, I think, gods. Let's eat the creature, because they don't have a way to re-equip, right? So that's fine. Now I've basically rendered the aid useless. So let's Jace Brainstorm first. Okay. So they need to cast an equipment, so as long as I get Fawn, I'm fine. I don't think I need a Clique. I mean, all of the cards are great, actually. So I might just... So what does my turn look like? I can attack for 3. I can also take Yorion, which is 3 mana, plus Fawn plus Path. 3 plus Fawn plus Path. So I don't need Vista. I don't need Skyclave. I can do this. I can uptick here. And actually I will go... Do I want a Yorion? I might take Yorion or just play Clique. I think it's safer to play Clique in the draw step. But then again... Actually, let's hold up all the blockers to keep Jace alive. I think that's important. That to keep Jace alive. Let's click them. Aid giver. I don't give a crap about their hand. Yeah, that's funny. Actually, because what else could they have? Actually, let's take it. Because I don't know if they possibly can have better draws with me having Fawn and Path. Yeah, nice. Hammer. Oh. Resubmit that is. Resubmit it is. No cards for the matchup. Let's play it as it is. But it looks fine. It looks fine. I was thinking about adding engineered explosives to the sideboard, but that's mostly because if you know me, you know I'm always thinking about adding engineered explosives to the sideboard, whatever deck I play. Really, I mean control deck, that is, right? Just like, oh, a control deck, 2 to the sideboard. Okay, this hand. I'm really tempted, you know? With Path, Oust, and a Fawn, I'm really tempted. On the draw, I'll keep. Let's go. Because I've got so many worse hands. And that's the point. Because I'm asking myself, like, I can have the Omens hand, a wall hand, Clique is like meh at the beginning, and I've got also the top end. Maybe I could mulligan, because on the other hand I also have got plenty of good stuff. I've got Teferi, which I don't have in hand. I've got Skyclave, which I don't have in hand. I could have Supreme Verdict, which could be a card potentially to mull into. I will let it resolve because I'd rather fawn whatever card they've got to attach it. So let's let it resolve. Unfortunately, we drew a 4-drop. A Paladin, yep. 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 So I am aware it turns on equip, but I will oust it anyway. Oust it? Maybe I will not oust it then, because it comes back. That's a nice draw. Because they literally redraw it, right? I will path it immediately so that I don't have to clean up. So I can spew blue cards on the phone. And yeah. It will be really nice to draw a land though. Yup, they're chaining baubles, but yes, so I've got path for that. That's actually not funny anymore. Okay, let's pass and clean up Restoration Angel, I guess. But that's actually weird to have one land in top 10. Yup. So they will basically play like a bauble off of Loras. So that's almost meaningless. Like, as you can okay, so because there is almost nothing else to fawn, I will fawn. Keeping Jace because this is a very powerful, 3/4. Yeah, they play Loras, yep. So the problem with Oust is that they actually do redraw it. So, which I'm unhappy with, but nothing else I can possibly do. Now, if I run another land, which I hope I do, because again, I've missed on 2 land drops, I can just clave it. So I actually don't think I'm in a bad shape, even though I've missed 2 land drops, which is normally a death sentence against an aggro deck. Steel Shaper's Gift doesn't matter because they don't have the equip. So I really need a land here. That's a 4-drop. I'm not winning this game now with the giver. Okay, let's just... That's wild. Having 32 lands, I only saw 2. But okay, let's shake it off. Happens. Keep. 2, 3, 4 on the play. That's great. Again, leading on Sanctuary. Because that's the only tapped land. That's a good thing about this mana base. Although it has Celestial Colonnade, so... but Colonnade is actually surprisingly not terrible. Let's yield throw. So yeah, probably... So like, not being outcome biased, but I probably think the other hand was a mulligan, because then when I looked at the deck list, there actually are plenty of good opening hands which contain a lot of good cards, because I think the deck is actually quite fine against this matchup. So having considered it, and again forgetting about, so like I think both I was a bit unlucky hitting 2 lands in top like 6 draws, so that's one thing. And the second thing is I think it was a mulligan, but like that, as a separate, let's say, separate decisions, as separate instances of decisions. That's a nice one. So I could take Yorion into my hand, but I think I'd rather have on-board interaction, and I could have bounced Ornithopter, because now they can just play Hammer, equip, kill Teferi. So potentially I could have bounced Ornithopter. So maybe that was better. I do not understand this this. Oh, because with the hammer, but oh yeah, because they need to play hammer pre-combat, and then it loses flying, so they need to give it pro-white. Sure. So yeah, so they do have hammer. Yeah. So as I said, I think I should have bounced Ornithopter, or at least actually bounced Giver, because then it still can't go through. So I think I messed this turn up pretty badly. Pure Steel Paladin. What? What? So now I will bounce Giver, because I don't want them to get through. I will play an Plains and Pass, holding up Resto Bling Block. Resto Bling Block. Yep. So now we're doing actually what this deck is supposed to be doing, right? So we're playing to the battlefield. We're adding stuff. Okay, so now they play something which takes away flying. They draw a card, which is unfortunate, but yeah. And I will just jump with Resto Blink, which is like my type of jam, you know? Just Resto Blinking Wall of Omens is just like, oh. That's how I began playing competitive Magic, playing it like, you know, seriously, let's say, actually thinking about the game in terms of something more than just fun. Okay, Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's a great draw. Really good draw. Or a Force of Negation to it. So now, I can play Jace the Mind Sculptor. Wait, play Jace, bounce Giver. They can't get through. I chomp, I block. And then I still have Jace on the battlefield. I think that's the best play. So, obviously, I'd rather have a blue card as well in my hand. And I could have actually left white untapped, so they kind of have to think. But I think Jace has been nice. Jace has been nice, really. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, actually the shell looks fine. Steel Shaper's Gift. Again, actually, let's just yield through. Maybe they will forget I can have... does it give Menace? It gives Trample. Okay, Lifelink... Okay, so now let's see how they attack. So I assume they kill a Planeswalker. Which is, let's say, fine. They can even add a Giver to it. Shadow Spear is unfortunate. Now, if they kill Jace, I've got Bounce off Teferi. If they kill Teferi, I've got Bounce off of Jace. I assume they killed Jace, because it's Jace the Mind Sculptor. They kill Teferi. Whoa, really? I mean, it gives them this kind of combat trickery, I guess. But... whoa. Okay. Okay. So we're verdicting this turn. Such as if anybody wanted to ask. We will go... So, there are a few ways here. I can go Verdict Wall Brainstorm. I can go Verdict Wall Plus. I can Brainstorm first. Actually, I will Brainstorm. I want blue card for fun. I could bounce one of my creatures. Finks is meh. But I like, there is no way to shuffle it away, so... okay, so let's play Supreme Verdict. And let's play Wall of Omens. And then pass. And let's see what happens. So unfortunately I have to yield through, but again they don't have a haste threat in a mono white deck. But yeah, there was a possibility to just Jace minus on one of my creatures. They thought seize me, that's fine. I don't know what they thought is out, honestly. And I don't know how they get through it at this point. With active Jace. They actually take Restoration Angel. Interesting. Okay, Pure Steel Paladin, they've got Equip. So we probably have to bounce it then with Jace. Let's see what we top deck. Because there is... no, there is Mystic Gate now here, right? Okay. So, let's bounce it. Let's play Kitchen Finks. And we could hold up... Actually, so I will take Yorion to my hand. And so this means this both accomplishes it accomplishes it that I play something, and if I really have to, I can play Fawn, right? Because I could also only hold up Fawn or only play Finks. Now I can do both. Now, to be fair, Shadow Spear is the most annoying thing here, not anything else. I think I'll Brainstorm. Because I'm not dead here, I think I'll Brainstorm. That's a good one. I don't want both Yorions. I want to play the land. I will use up this land to play Skyclave Apparition. And now the question is what I apparate. And I can apparate the Steel Paladin or the Shadow Spear. I think I will take the Paladin actually, because later if I have because creature removal is soon dead, and I will also draw step them. Actually, I've got an attack now, which I will take advantage of, and so now I can go click you, hold up Fawn. Now soon they will have the play with the... So actually maybe I will let them play... So I could let them play out this turn. And... No, that's fine. So because what I was thinking is that maybe I will wait until they've got Lurus in hand. But I can blink click and just get another look. So that's fine. Okay, click you. Duress and Steel Shaper's Gift. So I think I'm fine with that. Let them keep the hand. Silent clearing. Yep. Yeah, so I might as well yield through. Interesting game. All the games have been really grindy and long. They take the hammer. So they might not have a Lurus turn this turn. But now, what does it accomplish really? That this is a... I mean, they can equip us for 2 mana, so it's like 2 mana here, 1 mana here, 3 mana, which they don't have, right? And then now I will Yorion, Clave, take Giver, and so on. So now I could plus, but I think I want to keep brainstorming now. Just now, to be fair, the upside of a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I will just keep the things to double spell. So now the upside of plussing is that I've got a minus ready. So it's more not a plus, like it itself. Now I will actually jam with both things and click, because if they add hammer and to this, I will still blink the thing, so it comes back. So it actually gives me more life if they decide to block, which they don't, so it's 6 damage. Now I can do this, and again, I hope I'm not missing anything, but I will blink Wall, Finks, Clave, Clique, Finks. Jace. Whoa, I forgot about that. So this turn should absolutely have been a brainstorm turn. Because now I still have the Jace, right? Ready. Interesting. Now they're thinking, okay. Finks, wall, and then click you. And I think I will actually apparition the Shadow Spear. Because I've got chump for days, honestly. So I think I want to go this route. So now I can yield through. They play the hammer, naturally. They will equip it to something. Yeah, so yeah, I'm done looking at your hand. I draw, Finks. I'm at 27. This does not have evasion, so I can just chump. They ate a land, which I think they should have just taken Lurrus into hand. I think that was way too risky, but they top deck a land, so now they will take Lurrus, which is fine. I will click it away. Now they will attack for 12. I can just chump with Kitchen Finks. Which I will, because then I reset it with Yorion. They should start thinking about... Oh, they will do this. Oh, that's fine. So that's up. So prot white. So I'm chumping here. And they saw the line. Yep. So 2-0, 2-0. And let's see you match 3. Okay, so let's play match 3. This hand is clearly a mulligan. We're on the draw. Mono 4 drops. This hand has to be a keep, however. Putting back a redundant Omen of the Sea. And we are off to the races. We've high good luck our opponent. And we are playing against Nauseam. So both Teferi and Force of Negation will be excellent. They haven't suspended Lotus Bloom. So we're going to play Colonnade, land, find a land, Teferi, bounce, prismatic, whatever prismatic thing they've got in their deck, or prism. Yeah, prism and pendant prism, I think is the name. And then hold up Force of Negation. We could Force of Negation now, but I think I'd rather bounce it with Teferi late and hold up Fon for later turns. Now that's a good draw because we've got Omen now, Teferi then, still hold up Fon. So the question is if I'm Omening anyway, but I think I am. I think I am Omening. Now the question is if I'm not Foning that. Let them play these things. I think I will let them play these things. I will fetch shock. So I will absolutely still play Teferi because its static is so good. It turns off their Force of Negation. Black. Spoils. Resolves. Show game log. They reveals. What did they name? Names ad nauseam, and they're not dead. They've exiled a bunch of stuff, but they're not dead yet. I don't want a Yorion. I don't want a second Teferi. I think I want just a second, like as many Force of Negations as possible, honestly. Now we've got Teferi and an Apparition later for like Phyrexian Unlife. Now they can't possibly combo off now with just 3 mana. So I'm absolutely jamming. Like there's no way. Because there's literally no way. Because they have to go 3 mana. So 3 black. Or let's say they need 5 for Ad Nauseam, 1 for Angel's Grace, and then they still have to need to win. So there's no way they can possibly win. They could pact it. So let's bounce this one. Not this one, because they would just replay it, right? So we would actually give them mana. Let's do this. Unfortunately, they're not dead, because actually the spoils almost left them dead. Now we can eat this prism or play Jace the Mind Sculptor, and I'm thinking which one's better. I think Apparition because it actually kills them in 4 attacks. Now the problem of playing Apparition is that it doesn't. Later I cannot hit like Phyrexian Unlife, but that's fine probably. Maybe not. Let's play Jace. I am kind of hard pressed not to play Jace the Mind Sculptor. Let's brainstorm. Find more Force of Negations. You know, like that. That's sweet. Now, and a clique, which is disruptive, which is pressuring. I do not see myself losing this game. They start with Angel's Grace. That resolves. I'm not going to let Ad Nauseam resolve because they could have like... they could have Thassa's Oracle. Which I cannot phone. So yeah, that was easy. Ad Nauseam. I will take Disputes. Gusts are bad. Sensor maybe as pressure because I'm cutting... First of all, let's cut removal, which is non-blue. Like that. Now, I probably prefer Relic to like to something else. But like this is blue, but I don't think that's as important. And cantrips. So my cards either cantrip or affect the battlefield or pressure them. So I think that's a good spot. And again, we're playing 4 Teferi time Raveler, which is very good in these matchups. So I'm quite happy. And 3 Vendilion Cliques. Really happy about the number of Vendilion Cliques. So yeah. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Show you my Yorion. That's a mulligan. Crappy hand. Crappy hand. And actually taking Yorion fuels fun, which is also marginally hilarious. And what I mean by marginally hilarious, because one could say that hilarious on its own means to laugh maniacally. But what I mean is that marginal means it almost happens. So when it does happen, it is hilarious. But when it doesn't, it's not really that funny. I can bottom a land and just have this, I think, strong hand. Very interactive, very disruptive. Not pressure heavy, which is the bad thing. They don't have the Lotus Bloom. That's great. Okay, let's just play it while we can. Well, let's maybe not auto yield, but I'm not seeing myself phoning anything at this point. I think I can play fetch and pass just to find a second Hallowed Fountain. Maybe they think the shields are down, they will just jam all in, and I will just phone pitching Jace, hold up Dispute. Let's just untap. I think I can jam Kitchen Finks because they don't have anything. Like they don't have fast mana, and so I literally don't know how they could possibly punish me, and I need to start doing stuff, you know? And with this on the battlefield, some things are going to happen. Now, they're going to play a land. Like, that's a bizarre hand to keep, but that's fine. So now we've got some pressure going with double Dispute Fawn. So I'm not tapping out for a Jace because I'm holding up Fawn, Dispute. Dispute is also a mana leak. So there's basically mana leak on anything. Blue spell something. Now, because it's end step, they've got 6 cards. So they could have Simian Spirit Guide, Angel's Grace, Ad Nauseam, and then Pacts, right? Okay, I will play Scary. And just keep attacking with Finks. I really do hope they tap. They might play like Value Ad Nauseam end step. But I do hope they tap low at some point so I could add the Restoration Angel. But okay, let's keep this game going. That's bad draw. But again, let's just keep pushing. Let's keep pushing down to 11. Now City of Brass actually costs them life, but they will probably combo off in response, because remember, this is a trigger that they lose life, so they can tap it, trigger off taking 1 damage goes on the stack, and they respond to it by comboing. So that's actually not a problem for them. Unfortunately, they're passing again, but now they have to clean up. So maybe that will make them commit. Now the game isn't about card advantage, so I don't think they should. I think they should just clean up. Because that's not what the game is about. It's about... So what is the game about? So you could ask yourself that question. Actually, please do think about that. So what this game is about... That's a good one. I mean, that's a fine one. What this game is about is having a limited pool of cards which are important. So, like, I could have a bajillion cards in hand, but, like, they are useless, kind of. Okay, now I actually do hope they commit. Angel's Grace, that resolves. Because it cannot not resolve. Black. Sure. Trigger resolves. What? Exile another Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. So we can play a mana leak. Now if they pact, I will let the pact resolve because I want them to have to pay on upkeep. Now I will fawn it. And now I have forced them to tap out. Now I will still hold up double... Actually, they are dead in 2 attacks, so I don't need to add to the battlefield. I can just pass, attack, and let's see what they do. But I do think that they have been hourly played. Now let's see what they do. But now, because it's a beautifully navigated game, well deserved, even if I say so myself. So basically the principle here was establish a threat and then hold my hand and pass the turn together, or pass the turn or die trying, and we have completely succeeded. 3-0, see you next match. Okay, match 4, we're on the play for another match. We had good luck on our opponent. Unfortunate that this hand is a mulligan. Now we could say, wait, you kept one of the hands which were double 3-drop. Why would you not keep that one? Because you have draw steps. And actually that's actually a point. That's actually a point. That if the one I kept, I think it was Kitchen Finks, that was. I actually could keep that one. Now that I said it, I really feel compelled to. Because I've got second turn draw step, third turn draw step, bounce, fourth turn draw step. Oh, I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Now I'm dead to a discard spell, but they're not playing Luris. Let's go. Let's go. Because now, my initial logic, so like now I'm following it up on my previous logic, which was this deck operates on 3-drops mainly. I don't have good turn 1, turn 2 plays. That's it, that's a fact. And so if that's true, and that's maybe disputable, a hand with just 3-drops might be a keep, because what else am I doing? You know? Now, this hand is a keep because I've got 4 draws until I draw something else. So that would be the logic to lead to this keep. Now, obviously I drew another land, which is classic. But, yeah, let's see what happens. Now, I could just field them off of Eldrazi Temple, and I think I might. Obviously. Just obviously. I think I will. On their draw step, I will field the temple. Because I do not want them to just kind of, I don't know, Eldrazi smash on me. Now, actually, it's worth considering playing Teferi up just to be able to potentially What? Yeah, Warping Whale. Yeah, you've got this. Obviously classic. Oh, I love this combo. Map and a Chalice of the Void on one. That's a great combo in the deck. Now, unreal. Unreal. So that when I kept a 1-lander, no lands were coming, and now classic 6 lands. Okay, let's focus up. So I'm afraid of a smasher, at which point I would just waste the Teferi. So I think I will just bounce the creature. Actually, they could just fizzle my draw, which they didn't. So that's fine. They absolutely should have. So I realized the mistake just when I played it, because they could have sacked it and that would fizzle my draw, because the point of this whole play was to draw a card because I'm afraid of a smasher. Now if I plus Teferi, it just gets killed by a smasher. If I minus it on something else that's not the Scion would kill it. So that was my logic. So they do have a smasher, so that's what I played around. So I'm not really surprised, honestly. Let's find another tapped land. Now deck thinning is even less of anything, because this deck plays so many lands. So okay, that's a spell. Let's play Omen main phase and see what we find, because we've got plenty of 3-drops to play, right? Actually, I think I will take Venser Shaper Savant. And I will play Fortress, and actually I will take Yorion to my hand. Okay, let's pass. Now they will bash us again for 5, but then we will bounce it off the stack, and Teferi will be up on 3 already. So that's fine. Now let's see what they follow it up with, because if they like Khan will be the finest. I mean, I'll be fine with it. That's what I mean, because that sounded bizarre. Smash the Reshaper is perfectly fine. Path is unfortunate. Now maybe it's not unfortunate. So now I can potentially play Venser, bounce Chalice, Path Smasher, block Reshaper. So let them attack. Actually, I will do that, and actually that will find some use for these lands. And actually, then I have Teferi bounce. So let's go Venser, Shaper Savant, and I will actually block Walking Ballista, because I do want them to spend their entire turn on that. And if they don't, I keep Venser. So actually, I might not even block. I might not even block because of its utility on the battlefield. Pitch the fetch. I want the non... do I block? If I don't... I mean, I have to get rid of the Ballista anyway, right? It would just shoot me down too much. Let's block. Let's block Ballista and potentially make them spend the entire turn. Yeah, so I think that's a good trade. Now they've got the Reshaper, which is fine. Another Venser would be great, obviously. Now, actually, I can just sacrifice Teferi just to have a clean battlefield. I can field this and still hold up Resto or Force of Negation. That sounds fine. I really didn't expect this game to be in any possible way a potentially winning position. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now they've got 7 cards in hand, one of which is Chalice of the Void. Oh, winning this game would be marvelous. I feel fine with the map, and I feel fine about potential Chalice, I think. Because I need to spend resources on actual things they play. Now, do I Chalice? That's the, I don't think I phone it because I've got not that many ones in the deck. Actually, I think I will let it resolve. Now the question is whether I add Resto to the battlefield or I Omen. And I think this attacking creature 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, okay, so I'll actually add a Resto because then I can go Yorion, blink Resto, Omen, return, Omen blinks Yorion, and still hold up phone all the time. Now I have to double check if that's the case. So let's attack first. But it's my maths seems to be correct. At which point we have this kind of weird kind of Yorion Resto loop. So we tap like this, play Yorion, which is our companion and not the naturally drawn one. Trigger resolves. Let's trigger these two. I cannot target it itself. Okay, just I haven't played with the card much. Now trigger, return. Now Omen of the Sea goes on the stack. Trigger Restoration Angel. Do I want to blink Yorion? I absolutely do. Yorion comes back. Trigger. I don't need it on the battlefield because if they have Smasher, I've got Yorion anyway. So I might as well do that. Done. Now I don't want another phone, but I will take a Teferi. And pass. So basically, they have to have Smasher to really punish me in any way. Now, am I phoning? I think I am, because if they add something like Khan to the battlefield, I have got ways to kill it easily. So I think I will phone it. And also, if they have Land Smasher, I'm not dead. So from their perspective, that might have been a bait. Oh, a Chalice on 2. Oh, that's fine. Fine. Omen of the Sea, blink Yorion, yes. Yorion comes back, blink Yorion and Omen of the Sea. Woo! Another phone and a Finks. I think I will take both, actually. That's a funny game. That's a really funny game. Oh god. Oh god, that's a really funny game. So now we draw phone. So I don't think there... I do not think there is anything we should be worried about, really. Now we've got... I want 9 mana. 3, 3, 3. That's fine. I can play Teferi, Finks, hold up phone. So let's do that. Attack for 4. My opponent is being clocked. Very nicely. Now we've got the Finks to buff our life total, so we're not dead to a Smasher. Now add a Teferi, play that. I will plus it so that I can bounce maybe whatever weird artifact my opponent could possibly have. Now this comes back. I blink Yorion. Oh, I should have minused then. Oh, I messed up. Sorry. That's my fault. Trigger. I think I will take Yorion out, Omen out. And now I can take things out. And I will leave Teferi because no reason to not take it. A Path is bad. Sanctuary. I don't think I need Sanctuary. That's dead in the face of the Chalice, but it's okay. Now I'm at 7, so even if they have a Smasher, I can just take the damage. And I can phone Khan or any Ugin or whatever they could have. They play beautifully as a Tron player. Yeah, this Tron play does not surprise me at all. Now, we do not have any cards for this matchup specifically. So, to be honest, I thought this of rejections, potentially. Rejections. But now, rejection is better in this spot, but it's worse against Titan. It's worse when you just need to clock your opponent, right? So, I think I will just resubmit. I can't possibly catch a map with this Mindcensor. So nice game, nice game. This deck is really growing on me. Show Yorion. Yes, that's a keep. That's a keep. Now they we don't I do think that their deck doesn't because they operate on the battlefield. They're like a mid-range aggro control deck. Depends on the they change their role depending on the matchup, and if they play to the battlefield, which is mostly what they do, whether they play aggro control or mid-range kind of role, we also play to the battlefield and we have some kind of on-stack interaction. So now Sorcerer Spyglass, that's unfortunate. We don't play many Planeswalkers, but they will probably name Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is a fine exchange. They have basically they have spent the whole turn 2 to turn off the mana we have not spent. So that's a good exchange for us, I would say. Now we can play this to find the second blue source, probably I would say Hallowed Fountain. And then that is an Omen of the Sea. Now they could play like Matter Reshaper, which is obviously fine. Walking Ballista on 1, that doesn't pose any problems for us realistically. Now actually I could take an island to preserve a life total, and I think I can easily have an island here. Omen of the Sea trigger. Apparition and Wall of Omens. I don't think I want Wall of Omens, but I think Apparition is welcome to, for example, take care of the Sorcerer's Spyglass. And actually, this very turn, I think I will proceed to apparate the Spyglass. And now it also blinks the attack of of Walking Ballista. They're dismembering. Really? That's a bizarre play. Because now they've wasted 4 life and a card to get a 2. That's a bizarre play, as far as I'm concerned. Thought Not See, I assume, which is fine. Now let's see what they take. Now the biggest problem is that we single spell, and these single spells are not the best, obviously. But we are still drawing into like a Supreme Verdict or something, so that's fine. They're taking Jace, that's fine. Again, Jace has been really good in this deck list, I have to say. A Wall of Omens, so I will go with Finks this turn, and then potentially next turn, if I draw a land, I can multi-spell and go Finks Wall. And that would be great, because I want to set up some kind of blocks for the Thought Not Seer. Now I've blanked these 2 cards. Now they will probably slam a Smasher. They don't. Now they attack like that. They attack like that. I'm fine with this attack. For damage, like basically things coming in and coming back is the 4 damage. So I do not feel threatened. Now they play Chalice on 2, I assume. A Hangerback Walker. That's fine. Omen of the Sea, so actually I can go double spell. So I will double spell this turn. I think I do want to double spell. Now if I draw a land anyway, that's a fine draw. I can pass. They've got 1 card in hand. So now the following turn I will just play Yorion, Blink, Finks, Omen, Wall. Yorion cleanly takes care of Thought Not Seer. So now they can play Smasher, that's fine. Let's see how they proceed to attack. This Omen of the Sea potentially can help me find like a Supreme Verdict. My opponent doesn't care basically how the attack goes. They just slam. Let's see what I see, because okay, I can see a path. So I will take the path, and then let's consider blocks. So this is a free block, and I will blink it anyway, so I might as well block 4 here. Just take the rest. They could shoot things when it comes back with Ballista, but like, that's perfectly fine, because they've wasted then the Ballista on things, so that's a good trade for me as far as I'm concerned. Now I wish to draw a land off the top, which I do, so I can actually shock this in. Did I mess up? I don't think I've messed up. Okay, I don't think I've messed up, but also I could maybe just play double Finks this turn. Finks. Actually, I play Finks. I go up. Yeah, I think I will actually. I think I will, and then the blink with Yorion will be super powerful, and then I will hold up Yorion Path. And if I want to path the Smasher, I will have the draw step to pitch with the path. So I think that's a really good upside. Now I know they don't have another Smasher unless they specifically top decked it. They're exiling Wall of Omens. That's just annoying. But that's nothing more than annoying. They're attacking like that. 5 is coming through anyway. I can just, I think, block here. I don't want them to give them tokens, I think. Let's just trade here. Actually, what if I block like that? We've got 9 damage coming through. Okay, so then I'm dead if I block like that. So I cannot. So I can block that, and then they pump Ballista. So they attack me for 2, 4, 9. I'm down to 2, and then they respond to triggers with the Finks. So I think I'm dead anyway, actually. I did not see this. Like, I did not see Warping Whale, honestly. I did not see the Warping Whale. Okay, so we're probably dead then. Because Sphinx is not lifelink its trigger. So that's unfortunate, but how could I have possibly played around a Warping Whale, right? Right? 9, and then damage. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yeah, sure. Let's play again. Let's play again. I do not think that was a bad play, because let's take their best. So like it had to be specifically Warping Whale to leave the mana with the Ballista Pump, right? So it could not have been Smasher, could not have been Ugin, could not have been Khan. It had to be specifically and only Warping Whale. So I do not believe I am supposed to play around Warping Whale in that spot. Especially as the following turn, I'm basically dominating the whole game with Yorion, triple things, Path, and Omen of the Sea. So I think I'm correct to play there just as I did. And I just got the wrong part of variance in the form of 1 Warping Whale. Okay. It's really unfortunate, especially when you are like, so high in the league, you really want to do well, and you're just fighting for that sweet 4-0 and going for the trophy. It's just losing in such a way feels very bad. Naturally, feels bad. I mean, any losing feels bad, obviously, so. Okay. Yes. Yorion. I think this is a mulligan. Now that's a keep. That's absolutely a keep. I think I will put back Resto. And because we've got like Wall very nicely holds off like Matter Reshaper, Small Ballista. So my opponent also mulliganed. Oh, I was so close because I was clicking on Colonnade, and then this popped up, which changes the hand size. So I almost clicked the wrong land there. Actually, wait. Oh, okay. Because this hand didn't play Wall of Omens into a 3-drop because of the mana, but basic island, better island, mwah, with the rescue coming as well, as always. Now my opponent placing Eldrazi Temple. Now, do I want to field them or play a Teferi? I think I want to play... I think I will play Teferi and plus it. Because it isolates me nicely. I like if they play a Thought-Knot Seer, it's a very nice cover for that. Now, if they play a Smasher, contrary to some previous scenarios, I can just chump with Wall of Omens, and at which point it's perfectly fine, because Wall of Omens has drawn a card and has allowed me this play, which is soaking up 5 damage. So it's 2 mana, gain 5 or gain 4, draw a card, holding off the death of Teferi. So that's plenty. Power plant for my opponent. I assume it's a Thought-Knot Seer, taking the only target they could take, which is obviously fine. Oh, okay. So we're plussing Teferi. I'm not. I mean, I could play field because now they know about it anyway, and I will just end step Supreme Verdict or like combat, because like in combat I can just block, lose wall because I will verdict anyways. So and hope they play. Oh yeah, yeehaw. Yes. So now they will go to attacks, and now I keep my Teferi, and they've got an empty battlefield, so that's a great spot to be in, as far as I'm concerned. Now they're thinking of attacks. I waited until they make the attack, so I know what they would attack, which is potentially useful information. So I would know what plan they have, right? And it seems like they've got a really aggressive plan for the game. Now, I will draw a card here, draw for the draw step, and draw off the Teferi. So I assume I will get some nice new hand, basically, right? And I can, so even if I blank, like completely blank, I've got Field of Ruin, kill your land, like or whichever land, and then take Yorion into hand. So I feel very good about the situation. Let's draw off the Thought-Knot Seer, which is a blank. Let's take a draw step, which is not a blank. I think I want to keep ticking it up. So I will. And I will get rid of Urza's Tower, I think. Find an island. Play Mystic Gate. And then take Yorion. Pick and pass. And then see what they do. Now we've got Teferi on the battlefield. Colonnade checking like a Planeswalker potentially. Thought-Knot Seer is irrelevant. So they will take Yorion because they have to, because Yorion is blocking Thought-Knot Seer. So that's fine. They are missing the land drop potentially. They are. So now I think I will bounce it here, redraw. Oh. Let's play Jace the Mind Sculptor. So they don't have a Smasher, right? They don't, because they would have played it. So because of that, I will plus on them, making sure they don't top deck a Smasher. Leave it on top. Yes. Put on the bottom, no. Play one of the lands, pass. And now, if they play Thought-Knot Seer, they will take some of these cards. But I will have both Planeswalkers in play. So that seems like a great position. And now I didn't bottom it because I don't think it changes anything. What? That's bizarre. So they had it last turn and they didn't play it. That's really weird. Okay. Okay, I've been outplayed, I guess. That's weird. Okay. Okay, so we can Wall of Omens. Oh, I mean, yeah. But yeah, we'll take Wall of Omens. That's bizarre. Okay. Let's use Teferi again because I want them to recommit mana. So yes. Play a wall. Draw. Play a fetch. Pass. That was a bizarre thing. I mean, maybe they want to just add like double power, right? Like Thought Not Seer and Smasher, but that's maybe. Now they will play Thought Not Seer. Sure. They really like juggling with these things. Okay. So I will play Restoration Angel and blink my. I mean, actually, that was nonsensical because they couldn't have taken both restos. So that was a very bad play. Because now if I draw something really good like Jace, they can take it. Unfortunately, I draw Kitchen Finks, which is bad, but you get the point. Now this takes the Thought Not Seer, this takes Thought Not Seer, and also this blinks this, and this blinks this. So I feel in a very good position right now. Now again, I can feel whatever I want to feel. They will play the Needle, which is probably going to affect Teferi. Now I could put Verdict on top, which I do not want to do, but that's something worth thinking about or remembering, that I could do it. Now they're going to Needle. I'll probably kill the Needle, because Thought Not Seer doesn't affect the battlefield that much. Yeah, Teferi time Raveler. Let's see what we top deck. We top deck Jace the Mind Sculptor. Huh. So, wall blanks Smasher. So I could play Skyclave, take Thought Not Seer. I could go Skyclave, take Thought Not Seer, draw a card. Oh, that's a nice one. But I think I want to establish. Do I? Let's play it safe, maybe. Let's hold up Venser. Let's play it very safe. Let's hold up Venser for this turn. Because they could play like maybe, I don't know, All Is Dust or something. And I would be very surprised. Negatively surprised, obviously. Now, obviously, if they have All Is Dust, I have the same problem the following turn. But I could go, for example, Jace. I could go Venser now. Then Jace minus on Venser. And then actually establish some kind of quasi-lock. And if they keep replaying their 5-drop, I'm fine with that. So now I can play Jace the Mind Sculptor. I can attack them for that much, which is I don't know how much. I can bounce Venser. And now I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Colonnade. So if they go Smasher attack and they don't leave Tectonic Edge up, they're dead. They do. Okay, so they will have Tectonic Edge up. But that's fine, because I'm probably winning the long game anyway. Now, that's fine. Ballista. So let's put Ballista off like that, and then we will bounce Hangerback Walker and attack for lethal, which is here, as we can see. Right, nice. I actually even drew the path. So let's unsummon here. Let's do. So maybe their best bet was that we don't see the line. For a no, and playing for the trophy. Wish me luck. See ya. Okay, let's play our 5th and final match, playing for the trophy. We absolutely keep this hand. It's very, very good. with Path, Omen, Fawn. We're playing probably against Taxes. I think I will aggressively use the Oust here. Probably now I will get Tholiad. Oh, okay, Stoneforge Mystic. So, they probably take Batterskull. Now that's important because, okay, so we cannot Apparition a Batterskull. So I think I will Path Stoneforge and I can always Fawn Batterskull. So we will just play it very, very slow, you know? Because I think our endgame will be much, much better. So now they play whatever, we clave it. Arbiter, sure. So now we play Glacial Fortress, we clave it. Now they will play 5th land, I assume, and we will Fawn Batterskull. Yep. And now we will take Yorion, play tap land, attack, and let's see what happens. So now we're empty kind of resources, but this Yorion might actually pull this game for us a bit. I assume they've got some paths in hand. They will Apparition our Apparition, which is like it doesn't give us the blink target, but that's fine. They got a free 2/2 Arcan. Each player non-basics enter tapped. So fortunately we've got plenty of basics. So let's just play empty 4/5, which I assume gets pathed. I know they had one card in hand, but I assume it's a Path to Exile. Now, if it isn't, that we are in a great spot. Now, I don't care if they field me, so that's fine. They do not have the path. So this road blocks very nicely. I think I will aggressively play Teferi here. Just get rid of the token forever. Play this, it's always tapped anyway. Pass. Now, if they want to kill Teferi, they need to sacrifice a creature. They have top-decked Flicker Wisp. What does that change? Oh, they will do this. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Because that's fine. They will kill Teferi and then add to the battlefield like that. Yorion comes back. I will add a Plains. Now I will hold up Yorion plus Celestial Colonnade. So they need like double path to start attacking in any meaningful way. Thalia doesn't matter. Now they've got one card in hand which they have not been playing, which I assume is a land. Now I can play safely this, which might soon be like a Path to Exile, but I don't care about Path to Exile. I need to start adding to the battlefield exponentially, right? That's what this deck does. It adds exponentially. Now my opponent played a Stoneforge and missed a find. I don't know if that was a misclick or they have just Batterskull. I think I can safely add Kitchen Finks. I cannot keep holding up Colonnade, especially as I don't need to, because I'm holding it off nicely. Now I really hope they start drawing lands, because we keep drawing lands. Oh, I didn't pay for that. I keep forgetting that you need to pay in response. Like you need to pay first, and then it doesn't pop up on your screen. That's annoying. Okay, they will attack for 5 in the air. They will attack like that. That's fine. Oh, that's annoying. But basically we win this match if we draw spells. That's it. This is a spell. So let's just play a land and pass. So we're now holding up. Okay. That's just... Okay. 1, 2, I can... Okay, I will chomp here. I will chomp on the Folia. Because I want to find something like Restoration Angel anyway. So this might as well have some potential reblink value. I'm getting attacked like that. What else? Aether Vial. Okay, that's obviously irrelevant now. Now I can pay for Arbiter. Now, do I want a removal spell? I probably don't. Just because I really need to start... I need to find spells which add to the battlefield, you know? Okay, I will take the Apparition. I will only take the Apparition, I think. And now I can also crack it and see what I have off the top of my deck. That's not something I want. That's a good one, because I can now double spell. So I will clave the Archon probably, because that's very annoying and attacks in the air. Now I can pass. So let's see what they do. So, because they can have some... If they play it wrong, they could have really bad attacks. Now I assume they will attack with Flicker Wisp and Thalia. Yeah. So... So, I could Venser. I could... Oh. That changes a lot. So I can Venser this and then trade, kill. Okay. So let's play Venser. Let's bounce the flying creature. And actually, I do not want my Skyclave to die. So I can block with Skyclave here. And then block. And now, yeah, let's see what they blink. They just get rid of my illusion. So now the question is if I take the draw step or Sanctuary up a path to get rid of the Flicker Wisp. Now the problem is, sure, I don't have to float, doesn't matter. Actually, I think I will, because I have to do it now, right? And if I do it now, I path Flicker Wisp, and then I've got one chump with Skyclave. Oh, but I think I have to do it. I think I just have to do it, even though I really don't want to. I think I have to put path on top. Really bad situation for me. We'll pause them in their draw step. Oh, really close, but we just need spells. We just need spells, because my opponent has 5 lands and we've got 5 plus 5. So had we had 5 more spells like they had, so obviously they also had like this, but we also had Colonnade. So I think we're taking this for now, because I can't give them another attacker. That's a good one. So I'm not attacking because I'm afraid of a flashed in creature. They're pathing here. Okay. So we're dead, right? Because they get a token. Oh, that's infuriating. Okay. Don't have anything against white taxes. Let's just resubmit and hope for a better draw, I guess. Like, a wall would have been excellent. A Jace, Verdict, Teferi. But okay, I mean, losing to taxes for a 5-0 would be very sad. Okay. That's a keep. So we will start with the Strand. We want to get the use out of fetchlands at first, so we do not get caught up with by an arbiter, obviously. Oh, I think I'll play Wall of Omens. I will play to the battlefield a bit more. There's also marginal chance that I would have drawn Force of Negation, at which point I'd rather pitch Omen of the Sea. But I want to play to the battlefield. I'm winning the long game, so I just want to make sure there is no long game, you know? Now the draw is looking much better. So I think I will just get rid of the Revival here. And I really want them to overextend, which they have to in the face of these walls and claves. Really, I just feel so annoyed by that previous game. We really should have had that, I think. We really should have had that. Ghost Quarter, doesn't matter really. Play an island. I think I can now safely just pass. They don't have good attacks. I've got Venser, Omen, Path. I really want them to overextend just a bit more. Vial, yes. So I will just play Omen of the Sea. Their deck is average. I really want to win against it. Like, we are so much more powerful, I think. Another Verdict. I don't want another Verdict, I think. That's fine. So I think now... Ooh, that's nice. So, this will be double white. And I will play Wall of Omens. Okay, I almost tapped wrong. Wall of Omens into Teferi. And I will plus Teferi, actually. And then... Now imagine Yorioning here at this point. That's wild. So I did minus because they could give pro white to one of their creatures, attack Teferi down. That's not something I am really willing to have happen. Arcan, irrelevant. Now I can plus Teferi. Now I cannot Verdict and take Yorion into my hand. But I can take Yorion into my hand. And that's it. Let's just take Yorion, play Wall of Omens, because now I can potentially set up a situation when I go Yorion, my stuff goes away, Verdict, my staff comes back. Now, obviously, it requires like 9 mana, so it's not happening anytime soon. But why would I go on a Verdict plan when I have got this plan, which is working out very, 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 very well, right? Now they will attack this, that's fine, it goes down to 4. Now I will bounce Vial, it goes down to 1, and then I will Yorion blink everything. Another Archon, that's fine. So let's just get rid of the Vial. Okay, now I will play Yorion. And I will also play, yeah, okay, Trigger. Target, wall. Let's leave Clave in play, actually. That's let's just screenshot that, you know? Let's screenshot that. And paste it into somewhere, okay? Blink all these things, yes. Play this because it's untapped. Pass. Trigger. Okay, let's draw 5 cards this turn. I hope that's fine. So the Verdict plan was actually useless this game, turns out. So that's why I was actually angry. I will take the phone. Absolutely, I will take the phone. Just in case, you know, something really bad is going to happen. Let's take both. Let's have double phone. I mean, kind of double phone, obviously, because 1, 2, 3 cards. Let's have double phone, kind of because this prevents me from playing more than 1 spell, but I think 1 phone should be enough if they have, like, Butterscore or something like that. Pathing my Yorion, how do I feel about that? I think I am skeptical about that, and I can pitch the... I'll pitch one of the phones. I want the Verdict, just in case, because I've got so much to rebuild off of. Now, they can't also play another path, by the way. And also, they cannot play another path on my turn because of the Teferi. Now. So, I've got 4 mana. So, I could technically blink Resto and then Verdict, but I cannot Verdict because of the Archons. But what I can do is plus Teferi and pass. Because to be fair, all these things have cycled so much that I will gladly just reset the game now on the end step. So yeah, I will reset the game. Let's just demoralize them. Okay, I think that's a bit better. Let's just demoralize them. Thought so. Thought so. Okay, now that's how the game should have gone game 1. Which it didn't. But, okay. Yorion, yes. That's a keeper. That's absolutely a keeper. We will begin with... So now that's actually tricky. Because... Like, am I phoning a... Oh. I have to. Like, they started with the field. I just have to. There are very few targets for a... Oh, they're missing on a land drop. Oh, they're missing on a land drop. They're missing on a land drop. Okay, pass. Now pass again. Play a land. Do I play empty Skyclave? I don't think I do. Let's pass. No! Yorion to hand should have been the play. Yorion to hand should have been the play. Now they're cleaning up. So now I will take Yorion. Pass. I can already taste the trophy, can't I? Okay. Oh, that's dirty. We'll go end step. So now let's see if they have a land. They have a land. So let's see what they do. Mother of Runes, that's fine. So now I will go end step. Venser. Bounce your Horizon Canopy. And then if I hit a land, I can do the same with Yorion. So I will. Attack you for 2. Oh, that's... Oh. I'm having so much fun. Okay, trigger. Blink. Blink. Yes. End step. And I still hold up fun, by the way. Venser. Targeting a Field of Ruin. This is nice. Now. Path. No. I can just apparate the giver. Okay, so to be fair, I just don't want to get carried away too much. I still need to play sharp, because that's the worst thing that could happen, just to lose the overwhelming advantage. So let's focus up. A Stoneforge Mystic, let's see what they search up, but I'm pathing anyway. Yeah, because I want to keep the battlefield clean. They won't be able to keep up with adding more creatures to the battlefield. Path is very bad because it gives the lands. Now what's good, however, is the fact that I think they're literally dead. So attack, 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 and that gives us a trophy! Pa-da-pa-pa-pa, pa-da-pa-pa-pa. Maybe I should come back to playing blue-white. Maybe I should come back to playing blue-white. Apparently, I have not lost my blue-white mastery. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and let's jump to the wrap-up section. Now, oh, that was nice. That was nice. So I really like the deck, obviously. What my changes? Jace, mwah, great. Cliques, great. Double Oust, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I would probably just want something more that attacks. Maybe Spell Queller? Or something like that. But I'm not sure, really. I don't want to increase the curve in any way. So I like that. The sideboard, maybe. This part, especially, you know? Because Relic is still very narrow. But I do know I want to play 3 or 4 offs in such a dense 80-card deck. So probably Aven for something like... Not an anti-aggro card with the Gusts, with the Finks, with the Walls, with the Verdicts. So probably this needs a bit more work, but maybe it's fine. No, we didn't sideboard at all in 2 matchups, right? Eldrazi Tron and now Taxes just didn't sideboard at all and didn't matter. Yeah, so now if you want your deck played, please let me know on Twitter or using the Gmail address on my account. Probably Twitter's best, or even here on YouTube. If you want your deck played. Again, please remember, if you want to play this deck and you don't own it, Mana Traders use IslandsInFront for a discount, and that really helps me, supports me. Now, if you also support me in other ways, really subscribe, like, it really helps you, shows me that you do want to watch more videos like that. And thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hold my hand. Let's pass the turn together, and see you next time. Cheers.